So welcome everyone to A Link Between Worlds Randomizer. This is a semi-new randomizer that has come out within the last year or so, 2 years or so. Actually, no, it's, how do I describe it? It's been like completely revamped in the last year or so. I think is the better statement. It's been out for a while, but yeah. And we're going to be starting off in Link's house, and we're going to have a whole lot of shopping to do right off the bat. So it's going to be chaotic. Gonna be fun, and here we go. So, oh my goodness. Well, I did say that it was going to be a lot of shopping, but I really didn't expect that it was going to be this many items in the shop. So immediately we get one free item from the shop, which we're naturally going to use to get free money so that we can buy the rest of the stuff. But we're not going to be able to buy everything because that's not enough money to buy all this stuff. So right now we're going to go with the ice rod, which is most important. And we'll also do hook shot. I think we might be able to purchase the sword as well, but maybe not. Yeah, I thought it was 50 rupees. Okay, we could buy the heart container, but right now we're not going to be able to purchase the bell, which is going to be our fast travel options. So we're going to want to have as little health as possible so that we can come back and when we death warp. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the blacksmith. The blacksmith has a free item. Normally at the beginning of the game, we get an item from them. It's normally the sword in the vanilla game, which you would supposed to be delivering to the graveyard. But in Randomizer, of course, everything is shuffled. So first thing we got is Ravio's bracelet. We're going to need 2 copies of that in order to make it useful. Right now, it's not. Whoa, this guy blocking my way. We're going to activate the weather vane here so that we can use it later to fast travel. And thankfully nothing at the bottle vendor, because right now we don't have enough rupees for that. So you might have noticed when we went to the blacksmith that there was a chest that was very large that was on the table. And potentially this one could be a small chest down here. Nope, it's still a big chest. So big chests are typically items that are progression items and or like nice to haves, things like armor and swords and everything. So we're kind of going to be focusing on them. At the moment we still have to look for money, so we're still going to be going for small chests. So removing that stone on the top of the roof unlocks this check. We do have to pick up the Mai, otherwise the Mai continues to scream on the roof, and thus you can't save that poor lady. So Mai, these little guys, they are useful to get the checks from the mom, the Mai mom, who has lost all her babies. So we have to go around and summon them all, get them all, bring them back to her, and she gives us a reward for doing so. Now we have some more money, but not enough to do anything super useful. And we'll take a little bit of damage that may have been like, if we had the bell, that would have been not necessarily the greatest, but because we're gonna need to death warp soon, it's actually really good that we took that damage, because we're gonna have to, you know, take more to get to where we need to. So we have the ice rod, which freezes trees and blows them up, which is what we need for right here to get into this. It's very odd that works. I'm not gonna lie. Always super weird whenever I see that. Get rid of all those, and we get another big chest. Unfortunately, that's just a small key. The small key is considered a nice to have, thus is in a big chest. And naturally now we're in a state where we can't get anything else here, so we're gonna leave. those guards aren't very good at their job, to be honest. So we're gonna go up Death Mountain. The Death Mountain is over here. We don't have a sword because we didn't grab one. Well, we got hearts, which is kind of not amazing. I went the wrong way. You'll hear the little mai squeaking if we happen to get close to them. We'll probably, to be honest, it's probably a good idea that we got health because we'll take like 15 hits along the way here. Yeah. So the reason why we're coming up here is because there's one check and one weather vane. Once we get the bell, we're going to be able to warp back up here really easily because we've unlocked this now. So it's a good plan to get it early. There's some sparkling rocks there if you need some health. We're going to completely ignore this guy and get slapped in the face by a rock so we can get some more damage done. That way when we come out of this place... Oh, I hope that it's not a heart in this cave though, because then all the setup that I'm going to do is going to be completely hecked. Oh, thank goodness. Well, it's just trash, so not a big deal. So if we manage to make it over here alive, then there is one more mai we can grab and then slap our face with this enemy so we death warp back to our house. With 200 rupees, which should be enough to get most of the rest of the things, but still not all of them. We're gonna get the bell so we can warp around. Hooray. And we're also gonna get the fire rod. I'm trying to mark things down as I do them. Alright, now we're poor again, so we're gonna leave. I keep forgetting that I don't already have these two things equipped. Oh man, this mouse is gonna be a problem. So you'll notice that there are a bunch of ghosts, little blue guys hanging around the world. They are hint ghosts. They will give us a hint to an item in the game. At the moment, though, they do cost money, so we don't have any rupees in order to talk to them. So we'll still have to get some more rupees for that sword. We need 50 for the sword, we need 50 for something else, and another 50 for something else, and then we can start talking to the ghosts. And I always do this, where I go in here and then realize that I don't have the second merge bracelet. So we're looking for another big chest, but also we're still looking for small chests, so that we can get more rupees. Ooh. Wow, a bottle. That is something that does unlock a check. We do have hook shots, so we can get that big chest there. We don't have the merge bracelet, so we can't get the little mai there. Oh my god, leave me alone. Alright, so we're gonna go in here. I probably should have gone to get the other one first, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. I'm in danger. Excuse me. Thank you. Wow. Oh, that's a yuck. That's a yucky item. Premium milk. There's a nice gentleman on the mountain that we have to give that to. But he's really out of the way, and it's kind of sucks if we have to actually get an item from him. His location is one of the hintable locations, one of the ones that are guaranteed to have a hint in the world. So when we start being able to actually talk to ghosts, then we should hopefully get a hint as to whether or not I need that premium milk or not. We're gonna have to skip a chest It's over on the that side there that I just showed. I keep forgetting that I don't have a sword. So we're gonna continue from dungeon. That'll refill our health, so not super bad actually. But as I was saying, there's a hole in the wall there that we would be able to merge through if we wanted to. But at the moment we can't because we don't have the merge bracelet. So instead we're gonna come in here and we're gonna go and battle a bunch of these guys. Tentacle monsters. Thankfully, we can hit them 2 at a time. And you'll notice that the purple bar on the left is used every time I use an item. So the hook shot and the ice rod, they are both use stamina rather than magic or inventory. Yeah, I think they're popos. But yeah, they use stamina instead of, like, you know, you need 10 bombs in your inventory to use bombs, or you need, you know, so and so much magic. It's all stamina, so you don't have to worry about managing all your items. You just need to have one of it, and everything else uses stamina. So this is chest that's on the timer. We got the big key. We got a small key. We got a big key. So technically, we might be able to beat this dungeon if we get another small key. I need my stamina to get back really quickly. Oh god. There we go. I don't want to run out of stamina in case I need to deal with these guys when they're about to hit me. Oh, I don't want to be on that. Alright, so... I have Fire Rod, which we're going to need for this room. Whoa. We're gonna skip all this. We're gonna hit this button so that we unlock this door. And we're gonna get this guy. There should be one more of these guys that we have to kill in order to unlock another chest. You'll notice on the map on the bottom of my screen that there is, because we have the compass, there is a chest here, so you can see where all the chests are in the dungeon. Oh, well, heck. I'm gonna grab that heart before I leave, just because we have to go this way anyways. And then we're gonna go this way. Aw, I'm just kidding. We're gonna get slapped in the face. And then go this way. This room, you have to hold the buttons in order to get through. And then dodge the cannonballs that seem to always know exactly when I'm gonna run across. Big chest could mean small key or a merge bracelet. Small key. Perfect. Alright, so again, going over here. Hit this button. And now we have everything that we need. So cool thing, because we got the ice rod to start, what we can do is... Wrong way. This is not the way. This one. We have to throw this. We're gonna be able to do a shortcut. We normally wouldn't be able to do. And this is gonna unlock the front door. And then we just need to finish unlocking the rest of the stuff. Because I do still need a merge bracelet, and we're not exactly sure where that is yet. By holding the item button for long enough, I am able to see exactly where the thing is going to place. So that I can control exactly where I'm putting the ice brick. Probably should just use this. Okay, so I need to hit all these switches. They're not on a timer, but, you know, you're being shot at constantly, so that does make things slightly difficult. Now we just have to walk or wait to go around this room again. But thankfully, once you hit all the switches, all of these little balls there, or all these, once you hit all the little orbs, then those arrows stop shooting at you. Yo, and we got ourselves a sword. So now we actually are in business. Now we can actually beat this dungeon. We're gonna go over here. There should be one more room that we can go in before we go fight the boss. And I'm hoping that it has a big chest in here. We'll be able to see that, thankfully, as soon as we go through the door. Yep, that is a big chest. 3 hits. This guy, there we go. He was up on the 2nd floor. When they're on these staircases, it's actually really hard to hit them because they're technically on a different layer than you. And so your sword just passes directly underneath them. Yes! Oh my gosh. Perfect. So I don't actually need to do that because I've already done it earlier. We'll grab this and we're gonna go into the Yuga fight, the boss of this dungeon. Technically, for this to be logically accessible, you're supposed to have the bow. I'm gonna mark this down on the tracker. So we hit him 4 times after hitting him with the hook shot. Oh. I missed somehow. All right. There we go. Wha-bam! Okay, so now that we've got that, then we should get 2 items for defeating him. We got 1 there, 2nd one here. And we have a couple of dungeon items that we can grab, or a couple more checks. Now with this dungeon, it's kind of a little different than most of the other dungeons. Typically in this game, you will end up, once you beat the boss of the area, you will end up getting a portrait or a pendant based on, you know, what the prize available to the dungeon is. But in this case, we don't get it right away. And the reason is because Eastern Palace has a different way that it handles the portrait or pendant. Once you get the portrait, it'll automatically warp you to Hyrule Castle. And so that would, if they got it, if they did that at the end there when you got Yuga or did the Yuga fight, then you would miss all these back checks. So they want to make sure that you can access these before you get warped out. Okay, so small chest. Okay, so there's 1 more. We don't want that yet. Another small chest. We still need rupees. We'll still need rupees for a while, honestly, and we don't really want that green pendant right now. So what we do want, though, is more chests, because 1, we need rupees, and 2, we need more items. So we're gonna finish wrapping up this area because just in case we want to go back to Hyrule Castle, we would like to have everything. Okay, so we're not gonna worry about that one because that chest, even though it's a small chest, even though it's something that could be useful. Oh, hi Ruby. Even though it's something that could be useful, it's possibly like the length of time it takes to get it is just not worth the value of whatever's in that chest. Also welcome in everyone. Thank you so much for being patient with me. We're gonna go back to Link's house. I probably should have just warped, but I do need to go to this shop here before I do anything. So we're gonna grab a scoot fruit, one of the items necessary to check. Basically, it's one of the things necessary to do a check, but also it's super important because you can end up needing to warp out of dungeons rapidly, and having that right there is going to make things a lot easier. So we're going to go back to our house and we're going to buy the last two things, and then we're going to be able to start talking to ghosts. This is the most stacked Ravio's house I've seen in a very long time. So we now have a Master Sword. And we're also gonna get this heart container. Okay. So one less thing to worry about with dying. Down here, we have a check we can do by walking by here. It's a small chest. We still need to check small chests for now until we, you know, are done with ghosts and are done with the Great Rupee Fairy as an option, because the Great Rupee Fairy is a valid check in this game. It requires 3,000 rupees, which is quite a bit. So we don't want to mark things off for this until we're 100% guaranteed that that's not a thing that we may have to do. But one of the other important things that we need to do is unlock more warp points. So we're going to do that while we're here and go and unlock the warp point for the Misery Mire area and collect the Mai Mai while we're here. This may seem a little bit out of the way right now because we're not going to be really doing anything here, but I do want to go back into Hyrule here so I can warp back to Link's house. And go to Hyrule Castle. Well, before that, of course, get more Mai Mais. So on the map that you'll be able to see on the bottom screen, you'll notice that there are two big X's. And the first big X is right here on Hyrule Castle. But we actually cannot access Hyrule Castle right now because Hyrule Castle is locked by Impa's portrait. So we need to find a specific portrait from one of the dungeons in order to access it. So this is our first hint. Very good one. Means I don't have to do the boomerang and flippers chest. But there is a check. That's a big chest. So we're gonna go see this one over here. Those guys can actually end up shooting each other as they literally just did, which is quite humorous to me. Enemies can damage other enemies, which is very funny. To use our bell, we're gonna go back to Kakariko because there's a bunch of checks over here that we can do. But we need to mark down that Hyrule Castle, and it was Tower of Hera are our portrait dungeons in Hyrule. Hammer! Another good check. That basically that makes Tower of Hera in logic. Okay. And we also got a bottle, so we're gonna go down to the bee guy's house. Hopefully he gives me something. 20 bucks. Not something super useful. So again, by the blacksmith, now that we have the ability to merge with the wild, there's a little path behind the house that we kind of skipped before. I'm gonna talk to this ghost, see if I can get a good hint. Rosso has a silver rupee, so we know that we don't need that. That is Rosso's crooked chest, specifically. Got more money there. We're looking for a premium milk guy, and Irene has a silver rupee, so Irene's also useless. All right. We're gonna go back over here. We have the hammer, so we have 2 checks over here that we can do now. So Irene and Rosso both have nothing well, there is Rosso Rock still. Ice Ruins is on the path to Stallblind. That is a nasty hint. So Ice Ruins is not a difficult dungeon, but it's definitely a very painful one to go to without good equipment. Igor's has a gold rupee. That's actually still good information. I'm probably still gonna get that anyways. For more Mai-Mais, we need 10 in order to upgrade one of our items, and I'm hoping to upgrade the ice rod and fire rod before... Yeah. Okay, well, more health. Go into here we go. There's one more check in here, and then we should probably go up Death Mountain. But I'm gonna grab a Mai-Mai here. While I'm here, we'll skip the check for now, which is down there. And over here, there's a Mai-Mai. So we need one more. More money. You're gonna see that there is an awful lot of silver rupees in this game because, well, there's a lot of in the vanilla game. There's a lot of rental stuff where you would go and you would rent the items rather than purchase them, and then after a while you'd have to get money in the game to buy the items outright. But in the rando, it takes out the rental system completely. If we die with an item, we keep the item. So monster horn there. We don't have a bug net, so we can't grab any of those fairies. Also, fun fact, we do have the ability to get 2 ice runes at our current available equipment. I'm going to probably put it off literally as long as possible because that Dark Seraphite, the boss, can be one nasty. Whoa. We gotta go all the way up, so I'm just kind of hammering things along the way so that we can get through here rapidly. I'm thankful that we have the hammer. It is very nice. Oh, well, heck. I guess we gotta go back up again. Well, we don't need to grab that Mai-Mai. We can grab another one later. go, go. Or we can probably get it on the way back down. Alright, so there should be another chest in here. We have to go way up in order to get to it. Well, heck, we missed. Still another small chest. 300 rupees, though, is not bad. This is the Donkey Cave. It's supposed to be... that's what is coded in the game. The name of this room in the game. And the developers kept it in. Palace of Darkness has a big chest, has a purple rupee. The hidden chest. Master Sword pedestal has the hint glasses, which means Master Sword is useless. We're gonna save, and then we're gonna go in and we're gonna fight everything inside Tower of Hera. Because Tower of Hera is a portrait dungeon. And ideally the portrait we want to see is Impa's, the purple portrait. So, cross our fingers and hopefully this one's purple. Purple would be good, blue, or not blue, sorry, purple would be good. Green would be nice for some quality of life stuff. We don't need blue. Red, maybe, might have something. A red portrait. And orange could have something, so... Orange unlocks, like, the most amount of checks at the moment. So we're gonna be kind of cruising through here. A lot of this dungeon is basically use the hammer or ride on these random auto-scroller stuff. So it is a good time here specifically for donations. And I get to check to chat while I do this. Hello chat! Hello Jules, I've seen you, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry that I'm so late responding, but I'm trying to practice for the run. Burn his tongue? Wait, why? Drink his coffee before it was cool? Oh god. So hopefully this gives Infamous time to do donation reading. We have another auto scroller right here. Senpai noticed us. This is like literally the best part for donations. We're going to have to merge with the wall here so that we don't have to start that all over again. And ride this block all the way to the top, just like we did the last one. And into the room here. These guys will throw bones at you if you're too close to them. So I like to spin attack them if my sword isn't strong enough to kill them straight up. So we get ourselves our nice little warp point back to the beginning of the dungeon if we need. But we shouldn't. Unless we've done something very wrong. Which has been known to happen before. So we need more small keys, and I think we need one more small key in this dungeon. And again, This one's a little bit different. It's not really an auto-scroller. It's more... We gotta ride this one over here. Drop down to grab the chest. Which is more rupees. So we're almost a third of the way to be able to afford Great Rupee Fairy. And then we have to do the same, but instead of instead of riding it all the way over, we have a very tight window to get through that hole there. And earlier we bought ourselves a shield, and this room right here is exactly the reason why. Because tiles are very easy to dodge when you have a shield out. You'll notice there's water below here because there is in fact a chest. You can heal up if you're low on hearts. Thanks to all the fairies. We don't have a bug net, so we can't do any... Oh god. We can't grab them or anything for healing later. And then this one's a little bit of a harder room. Because we have to hit all switches without getting knocked off here. Whoop, well, we in fact got knocked off. These Moldorms are a little bit more difficult to dodge. Apparently so is that one bumper. There's a big chest up here. And we're gonna hit that now. Well, it's not a big chest anymore, I guess, because chest size matches contents. I keep forgetting. We're gonna go down. We have to activate these kind of early because they start moving away by the time you get there. So we're almost at the boss here, where it's not super amazingly hard, but... Oh, it is the purple portrait! Ah, yo. Welcome to Burger Dorm. Oh my god. Well, we have to start that fight over again because we fell. Burger Dorm is not actually his name, it's Moldorm. But naturally, he looks like a burger with lots of lettuce. So... Hey, arg. So yeah. Explanation time here. While we wait for stuff to load. Okay. And Impa's portrait is actually really weird because it's higher up on the ground. You can actually walk underneath it. It's one of two of them that are like that. In Turtle Rock and in Dark Palace. Those two portraits typically would end up being above, like hanging up above the ground. So when the randomizer was put together, they were still hanging up above the ground. So sometimes it takes them a bit to drop. So I would like to go back down here and see if there's a possibility that I'll be able to get this Mai. If it's super inconvenient, then no. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. We'll just take a little bit of damage here. I have to be careful not to do this during the marathon. There we go. Alright, another Mai complete. Bell. Take me back to my house. I don't think we got anything really good from that. But I think that's 10 mice, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait. Yes, 10 mice. So now that we have purple chest or purple portrait, we can talk to this guy who's shown up and is like, man, you're not allowed to talk to the princess. And then Impa comes out and she's like, what? Yeah, let's come on in. All right, in we go. Most of the text have been removed from the randomizer, but there's still some that is not. So I'm gonna grab this battlement chest first. It is a big chest, so I'm hoping that it's something good. One thing that I don't want to see right off the bat is gonna be the sand rod. That's kind of one of the ones that I'm hoping we don't see for a bit. Especially because I don't have a sword, like a good sword for that. Oh, Master Ore. Give me more money, please. Okay, so we're gonna head to the throne, where there's another portrait. Literally the most useless one in the game. But this is now 2 portraits. And typically you need a specific amount in order to get into the final dungeon. And in the final dungeon, once you're in there, you can attack the final boss. But at the moment, we still need many more. Okay, so now that we're outside, I'm actually gonna warp over here again. We're gonna do a couple things. So first thing we're gonna do is go the wrong way. Which now we're going the right way. So again, talk to ghosts if we can. Central Hyrule is on the path to Moldorm. That is, yeah, because we got the hammer from whatever we got from the castle stuff. Or not castle stuff, the Ravio shop. Okay, so we're going here. We grab this item, so you have to light the 2 torches for that in order to grab that item, and then we're gonna head over to Ice Rod Cave. Actually, no, we're not, because we can't. So instead, we're gonna go back this way. We're gonna walk around. Actually, I don't think we can even do that. We've got to walk all the way back to our house. So that was also a good time for donations. Also, hey Squall, how's it going? Welcome in. We're doing a practice run for my run tomorrow, my marathon run tomorrow. I'm hyper focused at the moment. Alright, now we're in the place that we wanted to be. We're gonna use this because we're gonna walk over towards another warp point here that will warp us back into Hyrule. But this time on the side that is by Turtle Rock. And I'm also gonna use this opportunity to mark the portraits on the map here. So we have Turtle Rock is a pendant. Swamp Palace is a portrait. Palace of Darkness is a portrait. Skull Woods is a portrait. Thieves Hideout is a portrait, and Ice Ruins is a portrait. So we're still missing 1? No, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, good. We got all of them. Now that we're here, we're gonna go all the way back to this side. We still don't have flippers, so we can't do anything here. But there's a nice big chest here. Oh, yuck. Oh, no. Stamina scroll. I was putting off Ice Palace for a bit, or Ice Ruins for a bit, because I was like, well, you know, one of the things that are required for that dungeon is the stamina scroll, and we haven't seen that yet. So, to be fair, it's not always required. It's only required if there is a key in... What am I doing? On the long ledge. Kakariko Village is on the path to Zelda's throne. That is already done because that was the hint for Thieves Hideout. Or not Thieves Hideout, Tower of Hera. No, thank you. You have seeds set up for the event tomorrow? I do! I do. We're gonna walk down to the bottom. So, question from chat. How do you know if a dungeon is a portrait or not? On the mini-map, down in the bottom of the screen here, you can see that there are dungeons that have an X on them. The X will be kind of flashing. Any dungeon that has an X on them like that means that it is a portrait dungeon. So that is why. That's how I know. We're gonna go over here. Buy these hints. Queen Orin has the Hylian shield. Okay, that's something important. So we want to see Queen Orin statue. We already have that hint. So this is a good time to talk about the fact that in this game, each of the hints can show up in here in the world twice. And only twice, no more than twice. So if you see 2 of those hints, that means that those are no longer a hint that you're gonna find. Unless you talk to the same ghost again. Okay, so we're gonna skip that guy. I was hoping that that would not happen, but that did happen. So there is a check inside here. Big chest. Well, bug net. Not bad, not great, but you know, it's a nice quality of life item. We see up there is a small chest. We're still looking for health. We're still looking for rupees for now. So we're still gonna grab it. But as soon as we get the hint, basically, that that Great Rupee Fairy is junk, we're gonna be starting to skip all of the small chests. I grabbed one. I tried to grab a couple hearts, but unfortunately I only got one, which means that still, if I get hit now, I'm going to die. So I'm going to try not to get hit. So this big bomb here, you can actually walk that over to Link's house and in Hyrule, and you're able to... Floating Island has a heart container. Ooh, that's a good hint. We do not want to do Floating Island, so... Let's unpin that. Oh my god, thankfully this guy's weak. So, he's not going to kill us. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to activate the weather vane so we can warp back here if we need to. Alright, so this lady will give me an item to start, but afterwards, every time that we come in here, she'll heal us. So it's a good thing to come in to get, so that when we go back into the other world, then we have the ability. Ooh, that's a really good hint. Eyeball chest, Hyrule Castle compass. Nice. So we don't have to do my least favorite chest in the game. So earlier we got a couple master ore. The master ore is actually for this guy. We have to give him 2. So he gives us an item. In this case, it's the boomerang. And we already got a hint that says the item that you would check with the boomerang is junk. So we will literally never see that item. So we're gonna go back over to this lady's house and she's gonna give us a big old smooch and more health so that we don't immediately die when we go back into this world. I mean, to be fair, we're still only 1 hit away from dying, depending upon the enemy. So we're gonna go into Thieves Hideout. We can't beat it, but it's one of those dungeons where you don't need much to get into. Code is, of course, 23 is number 1. Throwback or shout out to Ocarina of Time. And we're gonna be looking for big chests. So you keep an eye on the floor on the bottom. So you see that chest there is a small chest, not really necessary. That one's a small chest, again, not really necessary. It's more small chests everywhere. I might be able to actually check this chest below here too. No, I can't. Oh, it's not there. It's yeah, I see. Okay, we're not going to be able to beat this dungeon anyways because we don't have flippers, so I'm just going to grab this health so I don't die in here immediately. This dungeon is Thieves Hideout. It is, of course, similar to Thieves Town and also has one gigantic escort mission that we have to complete. However, unlike Thieves Town in A Link to the Past, this dungeon does require flippers, which is why we cannot complete it at the moment because we cannot swim. So we're going to do as much as we can to get through here to see if there's any items that are useful at the moment. And then we're going to unlock the warp at the bottom of the dungeon so that we can just warp right back out and then come back down to the bottom when we get the flippers. There's a big chest right here. Small key. Small key is a necessary item to get before we get to the bottom, so we knew that we had to find that sooner or later. I'm hoping to avoid the big key until much later. Because I would like more items rather than that. Naturally, because I don't want it, it shows up immediately. So we just skip all this. We're gonna merge with the wall here so we can hit a switch up at the top. Now we don't have bombs, so we're gonna have to use these enemies, which are bombs. Or we can just miss 50 times. I am not good at these. Especially considering it keeps turning my camera just like the slightest. This is not going according to plan. I'm like slightly off on my movements. Okay, fine. You know what? Heck it. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Where are you going? Right here. Come on. No, you want to come this way. Thank you. Alright. Well, bam. So, if we go down here, there's only 2 or 3 more checks that we can do before we're kicked out of this dungeon. So those enemies are called progressive enemies because they will help unlock stuff in the dungeon without you having the required item. So for instance, because I don't have bombs, they will blow up stuff for me so that I could use bombs. There's a setting in the randomizer for you to be able to turn those off, but for the sake of the marathon, we're just going to leave them on. That way, you know, that's the way I like to play. So this is a very narrow passageway, and sometimes the narrow passageways are a little bit tough to get across because you don't exactly walk in a straight line, even if you're walking in a straight line. So this is basically spam the Igor, see if that's a big chest. It's unfortunately not. So literally this entire dungeon so far has been junk. So unfortunately, because we have Master Sword, it's not the best. Not the best dungeon fight. Master Sword's kind of a little bit weak against those guys. But we got ourselves 300 rupees, and that is all of the checks that we can get from this dungeon for now. So we are leaving. Okay. Then we're gonna go back into Hyrule. Pew, 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 pew. I think we checked that hint already. We're gonna go back up here because there's another hint ghost over here that we haven't talked to. Central Hyrule is on the path to Argus. That is our hookshot hint, so it's basically useless. And we're gonna go around this building, grab this. Now you'll notice that the items that are heart pieces and other things that are standard heart pieces, that they still look like heart pieces even though they're not. And that is just like a technical issue at the moment. The developer is working on it, but it's gonna take a while because he's only one person. So we're gonna go over here to Skullwoods. We can activate the statue. We can't do anything in Skullwoods because we don't have the lamp. Skullwoods is a very dark place. We're gonna skip that. And then we're gonna go over to Rosso's house, but in Hyrule. And in order to get in there, though, we're gonna need a vulture. Which sounds an awful lot like a chicken. So that guy's got 300 rupees, and we'll use those rupees to talk to this hint ghost. Hyrule Death Mountain is on the path to Gemisor King. That could be either Hyrule Death Mountain, that could be either lamp or bombs. Both of those items are required for Gemisor King. So our lamp or bombs is on Hyrule Death Mountain. We have an empty bottle. Naturally, we're gonna spend 888 rupees on a golden bee. So that we can go and do this. And we're gonna warp back, of course, to Thieves Town. which is the literal town. And then we are going to go into the stylish lady's house again so that we can get the golden bee check. Right. So this is good time for donos. And yo, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. We're doing a practice run of our run for tomorrow. So naturally, the bee guy, he loves the golden bee so much that he gave us another bug net. So we have the super net now, which does as much damage as the gold sword, but is a lot slower. So, hooray for us. We're gonna actually go up Death Mountain because I would like to check a couple things on Low Rule Death Mountain, as well as we have premium milk we can deliver to the premium milk guy. So, actually, you know what? I shouldn't do this. First, I should go and I need to buff up the fire rod. Normally I would buff up the ice rod first, but because we're going to be going to ice runes and I only have master sword, I would like to in fact buff up the other thing first, the fire rod. We're at 16 my, so we only need 4 more to buff up something else. No, 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 no. Fire rod. So you'll notice that the icons there and the text are different. If you're upgrading something, you always want to go with the icon. The text is actually the text of the item that is actually at Ravio's shop. So you don't really care much about what the text says more than you care about the icons themselves. Okay, so now we're gonna go up Low Rule Death Mountain, or we're gonna go up Death Mountain and then go into Low Rule Death Mountain. So here we go. There's 2 checks that we can do on this side, and then there's a couple checks we can do on the other side, but the dilemma is we're not gonna really be able to get to them because we need the tornado rod to do so. So it is important to pay attention to whatever we get from these few checks because it could potentially lead us to something very good. So we want to try to get rid of these ones first before we go after the big guy. Rude. $50. There's one more check here. Hopefully big chest. Nope. Okay. So it's got to be on the other side. We got both the items from Low Rule Death Mountain on the west side. So they're still east Low Rule Death Mountain. Which is still a pain in the butt to get through. Alright. And actually before we go up there, if I'm having to go through there, I would like more health. And we'll probably actually also grab another one. This is going to be a very painful process. Okay, so grab out the fire rod again because we're going to need it. Hookshot, fire rod, hammer. We'll probably need the hammer first because I don't think we got a hint for a fire pillar. I don't think we got a hint for a fire pillar cave yet. Actually, scrap all of this. I need to go and use the bell because I've already gone through here. Hey, Mern Cow. I'm doing practice run. Alright, so now that we're back up to the top here, we're gonna hookshot over. And we can't tell what's on the floating island, but there is a couple hint ghosts around here. Oh my god, he was ready for me! Oh my god. So, this is why we brought the fairies. I was hoping that it wasn't gonna slap me in the face. But I need to talk to this hint ghost. Oh no! We don't know if we need that or not. We need a hint for the blacksmith for low rule. Okay. Alright, so in here we go. There's more. Let's see if this is big chest. Ooh. So what do we got? We gotta wait for this to go back. We will go this way. Activate this. I actually want to go this way real fast. Quickly grab these hearts to make up for the ones that I just lost. We do have stamina scrolls, so we have a little bit of extra stamina that we can burn without feeling bad. So again, we're gonna follow the rupees. The red one, we gotta wait. That would be a really bad place to fall, all the way at the end. Yo! Tempered sword. Perfect. So this is gonna be slightly less painful. There's 2 checks in this area, and they're both kind of butts. So this is one of the areas that you can really tell this game was made for the 3DS, because when it's in 3D, you have a much easier time figuring out the distance of the individual stuff, like the individual platforms. So I'm trying to position myself to be in the right spot when I'm supposed to get flung up into the air, so I can land on the right platform. And this timing is just practice, honestly, because a lot of the time, like this one is actually really hard to get the first try. Also, you'll notice I have a small key. Oh god, I moved slightly to the left. I shouldn't have. Oh god, no. Yeah. You'll notice I have a small key, and that's just because I'm in a cave. And the sanctuary key counts as the same key as what we would get in like these dungeons. No! I thought that I had it. I need to focus. Ah, this is bad. Less bad. Alright, now we have to wait for it to come back. So, good time for donations. And welcome in, Mierk. This is This is a practice run for my marathon. But welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, we're gonna fall down. I don't have to go all the way back. I'll just go there. So we got ourselves the pillar chest, but if you thought that was all that we had to do in this area, ha, you're mistaken. We also have a lovely bottle guy we have to go deliver milk to. He'll give us 2 items. One of them is guaranteed bottle, and the other is who knows. This is a Link to the Past sequel, so the music should sound similar to what you're used to for a Link to the Past. A little bit more symphonied than Link to the Past. But, you know, if you're used to the classics, it should be a good, you know, nostalgia feeling for you. And here's our guy who wants the milk. We'll give him the milk. And he gives us his bottle back. Now we have 2 bottles and more money. So we did not need to do that. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay. The premium milkman. So getting on this puts that in cycle. But we need to go straight. When this should go to the left here, we want to go straight this way. We can go back to the platform we need in order. Oh God. Rude. Okay. We're gonna go here. And the hardest platforms to get through are these ones right here. They don't move super nicely. Again, this is all about like practice, knowing when to jump. Even if you do know when to jump, sometimes your character will not cooperate with you if you happen to run off the wrong way. So been super nice so far. And we gotta worry about the bats. Alright, perfect. Now the cool thing is we just have to go and go into low rule. Avoid this guy because he's mean. We could go over there and get another Mai, but I think that we're fine to skip it. Alright, so another weather vane means that we can warp back here if necessary. We no longer need the hammer. What we do need though, fire rod, and a lot of it. So this is a very platforming heavy section of the game. I am not a very good platformer. So naturally, it doesn't always go well. It is probably... Death Mountain is probably one of the most difficult areas in the game for me. Not because it's a challenge to fight or whatever to get through. It's just not my forte. Platforming is not my forte. Walking down narrow paths, also not my forte. Plus, walking down a straight line is literally impossible. As you'll notice, if I'm walking straight, I'm always moving slightly to the left or slightly to the right. And that's beyond my control, unfortunately. It is built into the game. I have to go all the way to the bottom again. Well, at least there's no bats. There's actually 2 items that you should get while in here if you can, but because we don't have the tornado rod, we can't actually get them. Okay. We'll get rid of these guys. That guy. So that pathway that just went that way, that is the way to get the tornado rod items. But we don't have those, so we don't have that. So we're gonna go this way instead. So now that we've landed on any like ground like that doesn't move, that is like now our checkpoint. The last thing we have to worry about is these bats. Oh, okay, nice. So before we do anything up here, we're going to go this way and we're going to activate the weather vane so that if we die, and we warp, by the way, if we die, we go all the way back to Link's house. So, you don't want to die up here without having the weather vane active. Oh, gross. Okay. Wildlife clearing has the lamp. That is 2 green rupees required. There's 2 lamps in the game though. There's the bow, so technically now we can beat Eastern Palace. I also want this. That is 20, so we now have the ability to go and upgrade another item. I'm gonna mark down a thing on my tracker. Okay, so this is ice runes. Immediately, there's a check. Oh, nope. We gotta go up, because we missed it. Right here. The small key. So now we're gonna go all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Down, even more down. All the way down. To this guy, which is another small key. There's a lot of small keys in this dungeon. To be fair, there's a lot of small keys in a lot of dungeons. Which is why some of the dungeons don't have, like, as much value as you would think they would do. Like, Skull Woods, for instance, doesn't have a high value because it's got so many small keys in it compared to, like, the amount of checks that it would be. Alright. Get this, which is not a small key. Also, we need to get rid of this guy. Perfect. So I don't want him in here every time that we come through here. And it's a lot. We have a lot of health that we are already missing. This dungeon's kind of a lot of pulling the tongues and moving a platform down. It's kind of the main thing of this dungeon. Is moving a platform around. This is gonna hurt real bad. Without armor upgrade and with super limited hearts, this is gonna hurt super bad. Wait, hang on. I went the wrong way. I'm gonna go back this way. We have 3 hearts again, which is yikes. These penguins will ruin my day. That doesn't do anything for me because they'll still kill me in 1 hit. Death. Crying. Oh, this is gonna be so painful. This is why I didn't want to come here right off the bat. Yeah, I made a mistake. So we don't want to spam through that, otherwise we'll end up spawning at Link's house again. Which isn't too bad. But, I just need to get through this room and it'll be fine. Okay, here we go. Okay, 1 down. Oh my god, let me charge! Purple rupee! Okay, we've got to go through here. We also have that guy. Much better. Perfect. Okay, now we're through there, which is the hardest part. Also, thank you so much for the resub. 300 rupees! Pull the tongue, move the platform. Now we don't have to worry about that room for a while. We can fall down and go this way. And not only can we do that, but we also have the ability now to activate this and grab fairies, which is the even better thing right now. Because fairies are going to save our lives multiple times with the amount of health we have and being in green mail. Push me. Thank you. Okay, so we have this. We gotta put this fire rod back. So we don't have bombs, which is important for this area here. But thankfully, we have a guy here who will continuously throw bombs at us, so we just have to catch one. Unfortunately, we did not get one in the spot that we need. Okay, well, he'll just do it for me, I guess. So, I'm supposed to throw a bomb to activate those 3 at the same time. But, he did it for me, and, so I don't need to. Nope. Oh god. Also, we got the flippers from that, which is good. Flippers is one of those necessities. Basically needed on like 5 billion dungeons. Oh my god! Also, Mirek, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. I think you rated, and I appreciate that too. I don't know if I said that. But auto-scroller, so donation time, blah, blah, blah. Oh my god, this takes so long. Okay, we can go up here. And instead of going through that door, we're going to go all the way around because we need to grab this. And then again, back on the platform, but this time, instead of going all the way around, we're gonna just go this way. And there we go, small key. Yeah. I figured we were coming up on a small key soon because we need one. No, you left me behind. Okay, so this platform, we gotta go up again, and we gotta go the same way we did before. But instead of going the way we did, we're gonna go back over here, and we're gonna follow this platform. We gotta light all these things on fire so that we can get rid of the ice cubes. And then go inside the door. Which we gotta wait for this platform again to come all the way back up. Because the ice cubes are gone, we can just, you know, use our merge ability to merge across the wall. And then go up this, this lift to a new floor, which is our long merge. The one reason that we need stamina scroll in this entire game is for this check right here. Which is a big chest and a big key, so it was necessary. So if we had come here earlier, we would not have been able to beat this dungeon before finding the stamina scroll. So I'm not gonna move for a second because I want to get rid of this guy. I need to play smart because I'm going to be attacked by these ice things. And I would prefer not to get hit by an Igor and killed, preferably. Well, I'm dead. Yep. Aw, man. We do have the fairy, which is good. This is why we picked them up earlier. Because everything in this dungeon hurts, and we only get 5 hearts from a fairy, so we have to be super careful still. Another small... it's another small chest. I was just trying to see if there was any hearts, but nope. And unfortunately, no hearts from this either. Naturally, gonna be taking more damage. But the good news is we can skip all that again and go into this room, which is our fairy room again. So we've been moving around a platform regularly throughout this dungeon. And you'll notice now that this room that we went into before now has a platform. We can pull on this tongue, which we weren't able to before, and move it down even lower. And this room is a boss room, or a mini boss room. We're gonna get rid of this first. And And we're probably gonna die to this mini boss because it is very yuck. Whoa. Okay. We can stop him with the fire rod. We have to be careful because he gets speed. And woo, we didn't die. Whoa, nice. You know, we went into the fairy room and I don't think I grabbed an extra fairy. So we're gonna try to get rid of these guys. And it's gonna be a little challenging. Because they do not like to cooperate. Oh, or neither does the floor. So this floor obviously disintegrates underneath us, which can become a problem. I was hoping that would kill it. There we go. If we knock it off, it won't come back. And if we kill it, it won't come back. So, again, we're moving this platform around. And we're going this way. So there's enemies that'll pop out of the wall here. But we're gonna deal with them rather easily by just lighting them on fire. Melting the ice. Ooh. Okay, we'll grab this. We'll grab this. And last button. We'll open the door. Another small chest. We're getting a lot of small chests. And I've kind of been expecting that some of the small chests will give us hearts. But we really haven't seen any hearts lately. Like any heart containers or any heart pieces or any of that stuff. Which has been rather surprising. I think I missed something that I needed to do. Nope, maybe not. Okay, whew. For a second I thought that I had done something there. Okay, up we go. Again, we are going to grab out our bug net so we can make sure that we're at full health when we get to the boss. Because this area is also going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm doing this a little slow because I have to. But, yeah. I have to in order to stay alive. So we're going to melt the ice brick, which will activate a gust that we can fly with over to the last moving platform spot on this floor, which will move it all the way down to the bottom floor where we need to go. There is an enemy that will show up here, but because I have a really long fire rod, I have to wait for it to go away or I will literally die. Okay, both of these are gone. Both of those are gone. I will probably fall here because it's hard not to. Whoa, never mind. I am doing good. Oh, I lied! Rude! Wizrobe showed up out of nowhere, ruined my day. Also, one of the more difficult things to do is the fact that you are moving from icy floors to non-icy floors. So if you're compensating for icy floors by moving quickly, you can very quickly run off the edge if you're not careful. Okay, so last is Darkstare, our boss of this dungeon, who is very icy and very not nice. But not honestly too bad of a boss. I think this boss is probably my second favorite boss in the game. Just like the way that it works. I think it's really unique. We have to melt the ice casing around the outside. So if I do this correctly, I should be able to double hit him. But I haven't been getting all the hits with it. What I can do is I can hit him with both the sword and the sword beam. And it does the same amount of damage. So, pretty good. Darn it, I walked way too close to the boss. Oh. No! Alright, so this is phase 2. Now we have those 3 balls. Just kidding. 6. We have to dodge a lot. Oh. But we're actually not doing too bad. I'm waiting for some more of my stamina to come back. If I can do that. Darn. I was hoping that he would give me a little bit more opportunity to hit him. But he is pretty close to dead, so... Please don't spin. Yeah. Honestly, it's a lot more dangerous to get hit by these than it is to get hit by the boss. GG. I don't even think I used the fairy. I think this Queen Orin's portrait. Great spin! Oh, Great Spin is fantastic. Great Spin is one of the better attack rune or like abilities, because Great Spin is, I think it's like double the damage. And it's really good. Also, I think I didn't, yeah. Okay, so now that we've gotten all that done, we're gonna go back into Hyrule. We could figure out, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna figure out what the other pendants are. I know Eastern Palace is, if a guard pops out of this, I'm dead. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, God! Okay, let's go talk to Sahashala. Sahashala will tell us what the Pendant of Power and Pendant of Wisdom is. So the last one should be... Okay, so House of Gales is our Pendant of Wisdom. And Turtle Rock is our Pendant... Oh, God, of course. Desert Palace is our Pendant of Courage. Our last one. Okay. Well, not bad, I guess. We have 3 portraits. Hoping for more. No. No, okay, not gonna give me any more health. Got it. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna use our flippers that we just got to get a couple of quick checks before going into Swamp Palace. We can also grab this. Thankfully, we got flippers. Of course, naturally, that means that we're going to continue to grab mice. If we can get 30, then we'll be able to upgrade bombs if we inevitably find them. The important thing is that lamp and bombs are both stuff that may be necessary in order to beat the trials inside of Laurel Castle. So we're gonna do our best to check and see. Wow, how yucky. So we also haven't gotten a hint yet for Laurel Blacksmith, which we still would like to see. Central Hyrule is on the path to Argus, so there's our duplicate hint for that one. Make sure to save so we don't lose our progress. Grab this one. There's a lot of mice in the river, and there's a lot that use boots to get to. Or Titansmiths, which we also don't want to see at all. I don't want to see Sand Rod, and I don't want to see Titansmiths. For a second, I was really worried. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to say something about the Sand Rod, and it's going to show up. Okay, let's see. We've already got that hint. Please be the hint about the blacksmith. Nope. Osvala has a heart container. Alright. Well. Cool. Let's go to Swamp Palace. We can do Swamp Palace and we can do Thieves Hideout. Does anyone happen to know what our time is right now? Also, time for donos, blah blah blah. Also, hey, Rakanai and Jack, I hope you're doing well. Sorry if I've been super focused on the run. Alright, inside of Swamp Palace we go. So of course, naturally, this dungeon is about hookshot and flippers. So we're gonna use the hookshot and a couple of other items that we've obtained in order to clear it relatively simply. We still don't have bombs, so thankfully we have our good friends, the bomb guys, there. But you'll see as we go through this dungeon, we're gonna have to raise the water level on the main floor all the way up to the top so that we can access the floss room. But this dungeon is really neat because you get to actually... You get to complete it without using a small key. I like to save a small key if you do it correctly. then you don't use one at all. Oh god. Alright, small or silver rupee. Oh, weird, Chops. I don't know, it might be delayed. I don't know why sometimes it just breaks like that. It's part of Stream Elements, so as long as Stream Elements is up, it should come through. And I don't have my alerts turned off. To be fair, this whole dungeon is good for donations. It's very calm, very peaceful. And I have no idea how long I've spent in this game already, but I could literally beat it, potentially. Oh my god. I gotta kill that guy with a hook shot. Title's out of date. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm doing my marathon practice for tomorrow. I'm not doing a race. The race is over. I finished it earlier. Yeah, I'm on the Randomizer for Good channel tomorrow, and this is just me kind of going through and talking about the game that I'm playing, so I have a good idea. Okay, so this boss, relatively simple, big jellyfish. We're gonna hit him multiple times with fire. And because we did that perfectly with the special fire thing, we killed all the little mini guys that popped up just as it spawned. So it's pretty good. I feel pretty good about that one. We're gonna hit this button, which of course is gonna activate the bridge, and then we're gonna hit this guy so he blows up the floor so that we can go down here. The opposite side of this platform, you'll notice on the map below me that there's an item over there. The opposite side also has a bombable floor, but we're gonna completely ignore that one unless we walk off the edge of this one. Okay. So if we kill these guys now, we don't have to see them the entire rest of the dungeon, or at least in this room. So we're gonna lower the water here so this will activate a secret entrance we can go into to grab this small chest and get slapped in the back by a spike ball. But because we don't take too much damage from them, it's not really a big deal if we do get a hit. We're gonna use this opportunity to go through here and play Ring Around the Rosie with this. We don't get hit. I'm still looking for more health. We're gonna hit this button, which will open the door, and then get rid of this guy. Because again, these guys will get in your way every opportunity they can. So if you get rid of them, then you don't have to worry about it when you raise the water level up, which we do have to do multiple times. So I'm gonna raise this one all the way to the top. So the button there opens the door, which we need to escape, but we also need the big chest here, which is probably a small key. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise the water all the way up. We're gonna get rid of him, and we're gonna grab this chest, which is a small key, naturally, and then lower the water level 1 again so that we can go back into the other door. So now we're on the main floor and we've raised the water level 1 level. So we have this over here, small chest here. Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. We can get it now if we have the ice rod or tornado rod. Then you're able to grab it right away, and that is possible to have a small key in there. So yeah, just keep that in mind if you're running this game, that you may be required to get that if you have a small key in that chest and you happen to use the small key in a weird place, like this door over here. So I'm gonna actually come over here and completely ignore this bomb, grab this chest. Wow! I am ecstatic. So we have 2 small keys, but we don't care about the one of them. I want this though. We're gonna go in here. And then we're in this room again. But there's no enemies. And that door, we're leaving completely locked. So if we raise the water all the way down, this is the basement. It'll take us to a new room that we have access to that will take us to a fancy switch. So we gotta get rid of these guys. They're kind of ruining our groove here. So unfortunately we gotta evict them from their homes and go this way. So we gotta, oh god, grab that. There's also a fairy room in here if you need. I don't ever go in there, but I mean I do sometimes if I'm almost dead. I have no hearts. So again, try to get rid of these guys as quickly as possible before they move, so that you don't have to worry about them sneaking up on you and slapping you in the face. And we're gonna lower the water for this one. So this is the main floor again. You may be thinking, well, Sagu, why are you lowering the water if you have to raise it to the top floor in order to activate the thingy? Well, we want to press this button to open that door. And so you know that fire that we had earlier where there was a fire around a chest in the middle of the main floor? Well, that button there deactivates the fire, which is kind of funny, because if you happen to clear this room without pressing the button, and then go back into the main area somehow, then it actually, the fire is still lit under the water. All right. So now we've filled up the entire main room with water. We can hit this button, bring up the floor. We can now go through this door. This chest down here, if you'd like, you can always lower the water again once the fire is deactivated, if you don't have the other abilities to grab them. But yeah. So we're going to hit all of these eyeballs. Oh. So we need 3 more. And because we have Great Spin, this is going to be a relatively rapid fight. And of course, perfect time for donation reading for the host. Welcome in, chat. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much for the raid. We're practicing for our marathon run that's tomorrow. So I'm trying to find the best places for donation reading and for everything else, but I'm pretty hyper-focused on explaining the game. So my responses to chat may or may not be delayed. Osvala! think Asfala had a heart container. Can we get a shout out? I think we already got a shout out, but I want another one. I can see what it was that you were playing. Ah, it was a heart container. Perfect. Okay, we did get a hint for this earlier. So Asfala is an interesting portrait. Asfala opens one check. The thief girl from Thieves Town, which conveniently is actually right here. We can just go and check her item right now. Which is nothing big. Alright. So off we go to Thieves Hideout. Oh, the princess. Oh my god. Thieves Hideout. We can go to yeah, Thieves Town and then into Thieves Hideout. I always, like, I know that this is called Thieves Hideout, this, like, dungeon, but the fact that this other thing is called Thieves Town really throws me off. I don't think earlier I explained how reverse stage events work. So we have a setting on called reverse stage events. I did talk about it a little bit, but I don't think I really specified exactly what is happening in the game when we get the portrait. And because we have a very long escort mission, it is probably the perfect time to talk about it now. So reverse stage events mean that when we obtain a portrait, we basically unlock that character from the portrait. The game treats it as if while the character is locked in the portrait, none of their events in the world can be triggered because they're not available. They're currently somewhere else. And by somewhere else, I mean locked in a portrait. So naturally, when we obtain the portrait, those events become available for people to do the checks. So because we have reverse stage events on, then the items or whatever that those typically would unlock become available. So for instance, we got the orange portrait earlier, the Zora Queen's portrait, and her name is Queen Orin. When she is attacked, then there is a cutscene that happens at the waterfall towards the Zora area, in which a suspicious guy comes running out, and he will like escape to Thieves Hideout, or sorry, to Kakariko, and new stuff will become available to purchase and a few other things. What am I doing? So we'll be checking that after, because I'm still looking for the lamp and a few other things. Well, maybe we might just go to low rule and it might just be super quick to beat the game. We'll see. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. Super appreciated. Also, we saw earlier Impa. Impa opened the castle door for us. She wouldn't have been available if she was locked in a portrait. So, well, so things like that is what reverse stage events are, and that's why it's important for me to know which portrait it is that I'm unlocking and why I am happy and or sad depending upon which portrait I'm finding. There are some portraits that do literally nothing, like Ceres, and then there are others that are super useful, like Queen Orin and the green portrait, Gully's portrait, if we need to go to Dark Palace or, you know, other things like that. We're getting a whole lot of small chests and a whole lot of not hearts. To be fair, we do know that the Great Rupee Fairy has a Master Ore, and we have no idea on whether or not that's necessary. So it is still important for us to collect rupees until we're officially done. We're gonna leave her there for a second. We're gonna go all the way up so we can press our button. But basically, we are taking her, she's hitting buttons, we're hitting buttons, and we have to try to avoid her getting grabbed by all these enemies. So passing that door or opening or going into that room unlocks a checkpoint. So now we don't have to worry about going the whole way again. But thankfully, we can now just kind of cruise through here. And because we got Great Spin, that is making this whole thing so much better. I'm going to try to go up here so I can be in the right spot to spin these guys off the edge. We want to leave her there because if we don't hit the switch, she's going to fly right off the edge and then we have to do this again. So I'm going to leave her there so that she can be right in front of the fan. So when we hit the button for the fan, she comes across with us. And then we go this way. Get rid of this mouse. We don't want to fall because it'll be a pain in the butt if we do. The compass, well, there should only be one chest left, and I'm pretty sure it's a small chest. You know, I always forget that the door locks behind me, so naturally, I don't actually get to keep my sword out. The main door closes, because it's like, oh my god, you can't escape with me, you need to kill the boss. I would really like this to be a heart container. Please. No more monster guts. No more rupees. Okay. Hey. Fine. And the door closes behind me, and she gets mad because she thinks we did it. And then Stall Blind, which is Skeleton Blind, is like, haha, you think you're escaping? Not a chance. So he's gonna be mean. Oh! So if we are able to attack enough, then we just skip that phase where he does the spin to win. And again, this isn't too difficult of a fight, but the beginning phase can kind of be a pain in the butt depending upon your sword level. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Donations. Time for a reading. Blah, blah, blah. Rosso. We did get a hint for one of Rosso's items. The crooked chest was garbage. But that does unlock Rosso's rocks. There is way too many things that I don't have that I don't like going to Laurel Castle right now. let's just see. This is probably not the smartest idea. It could go really badly, but I'm also very curious. Alright, so we're gonna talk to the princess, not Zelda, but Hilda, who is the princess of Hyrule. Who's gonna tell us, hey, and then open the door for us. How nice. We're gonna completely ignore that guy and grab these. That's a big chest that we just saw. If this is a small chest, I'm gonna be grumpy. Okay, good. There's 5 small keys in this dungeon. There's 5 small keys in this dungeon and no big key. So ideally we'll find... Oh god, that was some lag. Ideally we'll find the small keys right away so that we can focus on just like going through the areas that we need to. So we do know that the eyeballs chest is garbage, which is the most important thing to me at the moment. More small chests. We would like to find a situation where Link will lift up both hands, because that means that it's a major item that he's picking up. We're also running out of potential checks that it could be before it gets to the top floor items only. Alright. We gotta hit the switch. Then we get a warp point back up here. Get this, which is probably a small key. Man, I keep getting hecked by this guard stealing all my hearts every time. We're looking for a big chest. We're probably gonna grab the small chest anyways because I need health. That's a big chest, but that's probably a small key. I'll be more happy if this one over here is a small chest or a big chest as well. Okay, wow. That's a big chest. Okay, yeah. That's probably a small key though too, to be fair. Go. Oh yeah. I keep thinking it's farther away than it actually is. Oh. All right. We gotta get the other one. Which is just sit here and hold out the thing. This is good music though. Also a good time for donos. Also, if you want to, if anybody is gonna plan on like donating tomorrow, it's good to do, like if you are planning on doing a big donation, it might be better to do, like if you're wanting them to be read, it might be a good idea to do multiple small ones in case we run out of stuff to read. But also, I don't know how they count stuff for prizes. So... Blue mail! Oh my god! Thank goodness, we got armor. Now I'm feeling much more confident. A small chest. Good. Small chest. Nice! Tomorrow is my marathon run. I put it on like 2 calendars already. There we go! Bulb light. Well, bam. Don't even need the other stuff. Gonna just see if this is health. Small key. Naturally. There's one more small key. It's probably here. We know that's... Yeah, we know there's garbage in here. Oh. Small key? Of course. The other one's junk. Actually, take me back. Nope. Okay. Aha! I'm gonna get some quick practice here. I know that I don't need it, but I'm gonna expect that I'm gonna need it. Oh! My God! Yay! Actually, is there health here? There is. Cheat sheets! That is, yes, that is considered a major glitch. So don't do that in a race. It's bad. Alright. Whoa. Let's go. Beat up Ganon. Yuga Ganon. Just kidding. We're gonna get fairies first. Alright. We don't have any more bottles. We're not getting fairies. Alright, we're gonna walk all the way over here because we don't have boots. This is gonna tell me that the Bow of Light is in Lowrule Castle, naturally, because we're here. And that's where it was. Alright, here we go. Yuga Ganon. So it's all about getting as many hits as possible while not being hit. Normally when Yuga warps away, ooh, that was actually painful. Normally when Yuga warps away, he tries to warp in a place where you swing your, like where he swings his sword at you. Oh. So we're on kind of semi-phase 2. Basically, he takes enough damage, he starts to throw his spear around like that. We kind of want to avoid getting hit by it, but it's hard to do because Yuga will throw it and then warp somewhere else. You can't tell where Yuga's warping. Swing back. Careful. Oh, danger. Nice! Alright. Now, ideally, the most optimal thing that we want is Zelda to drop a heart of any variety. So this is where you'd regularly get the Bow of Light, and instead, what? The Tornado Rod! Well, I guess we're never doing House of Gales. I've never had a Tornado Rod here. So we have to stop him in the wall so we can shoot him in the butt. Because he holds the Triforce of Power in his butt. And we're going to run away from all these fairies. And then we're going to run this way away from all these fairies. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Run directly into the fairies. And then get slapped in the face with... Oh! Right. Then again, we're gonna go here. He'll run at us, so we can go behind him and again shoot him in the butt. So we'll probably die here, but this is why we have fairies. This is the hardest part to avoid. Because there's 2 sections of fairies that are warping around the room. Don't touch me! Now it's to spam sword and win. Now we go to the other side of the wall. Shoot both directions. One of them will hit. The other one will just keep spinning around the room. So when Yuga again comes out of the wall, you'll see it run past. And big old slap. So we're not done, not GG yet. No time yet. Time is when we touch the Triforce. Because we still can control Link for a little bit. So we gotta walk over here.
Hey. Aww. Hey.
And now with all the pieces of the Triforce together, the Triforce is available for us to make a wish on. Naturally, there's only one thing for us to wish. GG. To save the world! Now I need to go back and look at the time. Okay, so 4:55. Let's just say 4:55:20 was when we touched the thingy. Let's see what our 4:55:20 was our finish time. What time was our start time? I'm just trying to see when I started. Danny, thank you so much for the 11 months. It's like, oh no. Come on, Saku, stop talking so much. I want to see the time. 2:36:14. Uh-oh. That's less than 2 hours. Alright, well, I'm gonna need to slow down. Okay. Yo, that's awesome, Danny. I think she DM'd me that she's still working on my stuff, or that they started working on my stuff again. I'm fixing it. Sorry, I'm covering my face. A little more than 2 hours? 2:36:14 to 4:55:20. Oh, was it? Oh, yes, you're right. 2:20. So that's not bad. I could fill 40 minutes of something, I think. I just have to do a whole extra dungeon. I'm sure it'll be fine. No, Saku, gotta go fast. Listen, if we don't say how many dungeons we have to do, then we can just keep doing dungeons until we go to the door, right? Should've gone back to House of Gales. That's not how this works. Or get a hex seed. Yeah, we just won't tell anybody, okay? Oh, hang on. Let's attack the chicken. Get out of here, chicken. Go away. Okay, there we go. Heck the chicken. Most marathon times go under time. I mean, the problem is that overnight, it's not that easy to just go under by 40 minutes and not have big issues, because that'll affect people's sleep schedules. They may not be awake in time. Poor Google. Well, the good news is that it went relatively well, and we still probably could have gone to another dungeon. Maybe it will generate a seed that's horrible, like the Soccer Racing League seed. I mean, the Star Racing League seed wasn't too bad. It was just kind of awful. How did SRL go? It went totally great. Completely great. Absolutely wonderful. Oh god, I accidentally disconnected my keyboard. Oh no! I've done something. I pressed the button. Hang on, what happened? The end.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you aren't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I put out a new video. A huge thank you to my patrons on Patreon. You help me to be able to continue making videos. And if you want to become a member of the Patreon family, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!